The date is 2026-06-26. This is the Executive Lens. The biggest story today is the completion of the 2026 World Cup field, with Yahoo Sports reporting that the qualifying playoffs are over and the full 48-team tournament lineup is now set for the summer event in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. That matters because the final bracket locks in the global field and shifts attention from qualification to preparation, travel, security, and scheduling. Yahoo Sports says the tournament will now move into its next phase with the complete list of teams known, while CBS News reports the U.S. men's team is already through to the round of 32, despite a 3-2 loss to Turkey. CBS says the Americans had clinched advancement earlier with a 2-0 win over Australia, so the loss does not end their tournament path, but it does add pressure heading into knockout play. The broader significance is that the World Cup is now fully staged across North America, and the U.S. team's result becomes part of a larger operational picture: host country logistics, fan movement, and the competitive expectations around the home side. CBS News' reporting makes clear the Americans are still alive, but the Turkey result is a reminder that the knockout rounds will be less forgiving than the group stage. Yahoo Sports standings and schedule coverage is the key reference point for what comes next. On the government side, the Trump administration's immigration actions continue to move through the courts and agencies. The Associated Press reports the Supreme Court allowed the administration to proceed with removing deportation protections for thousands of Syrian and Haitian immigrants. That is an immediate policy shift with direct consequences for affected families and for the agencies that support them. Separately, CWS says the administration's indefinite refugee ban, stop work orders, and reimbursement delays are hitting resettlement agencies and refugee families nationwide. CWS describes the impact as severe and prolonged, with tens of thousands affected. Those claims come from a service organization focused on refugee support, and they point to a continuing administrative squeeze on the resettlement system. Here's the story most people missed. ABC News reports the U.S. Coast Guard and local officials are searching off Oahu for a 49-year-old man and his 16-year-old son who went missing after leaving for a hike on Tuesday morning. It is a local emergency, but it also highlights how quickly routine outdoor activity can turn into a multi-agency search operation. What to watch today? First, the official World Cup draw, schedule, and venue assignments as the full field settles in. Second, whether the U.S. men's team responds to the Turkey loss before knockout play. Third, how the Supreme Court's immigration ruling is implemented by federal agencies and challenged by advocates. That is the Executive Lens for 2026-06-26. Sources in the episode notes. Back tomorrow.